If you clicked on this link, it means that you may have a pain condition that isn't resolving. Maybe you've tried many different methods and none of them have worked despite your best efforts. And maybe you've seen many experienced, competent professionals and they haven't been able to help you. Or somehow it just hasn't come together for you. I want to share in the next few minutes one of the most highly effective methods I've found in more than 20 years of working with chronic emotional and physical pain. So if you have a chronic condition, this method may be just right for you. It's called somatic experiencing, and it was developed more than 30 years ago by my friend and colleague, Dr. Peter Levine. If you've heard of somatic experiencing, please stay tuned because I'm going to guide you through a practice exercise that can help you apply this model to your chronic pain condition. If you've never heard of somatic experiencing, please take a few moments to let me introduce this method to you. Peter Levine has doctorates in both psychology and biology. And when he was studying biology, he was struck by the fact that animals in their wild habitats, even though their lives are threatened many times a day, don't show signs of trauma. And yet human beings who are exposed to events that aren't even life-threatening seem to show profound signs of trauma. He wanted to know what made the difference. And what he learned after many years of research is that animals, unlike human beings, have a way to shake off, literally, the shock of trauma so that they can move on as if nothing had happened. Now, why is trauma important to pain, you might be wondering. I have found that trauma and pain are connected in three important ways. First of all, I've never met a person with chronic pain who didn't have underlying trauma that was blocking their efforts to heal if they weren't getting the results they wanted. So many times there's a pre-existing traumatic condition. Maybe childhood abuse, if you grew up in a dysfunctional family. You may have had physical, emotional, sexual abuse. You may have been or felt neglected. You may have had chronic accidents, illnesses, surgeries. You may have had illness or difficulty under the age of 1, or you might have even had birth trauma or prenatal trauma. Second connection between trauma and pain is that usually there is a traumatic event that begins the start of a chronic pain condition. For example, a car accident is a common way. Could be an accident or an injury, a surgery that didn't quite go the way it was supposed to. Even chronic illness, life-threatening illness. There is a trauma to the tissues and organs in the body. And the third connection between trauma and pain is that after a period of time, when a pain condition isn't resolving, the pain itself becomes traumatizing to the person who has it. So what I've found in many years of experience is that if we're able to treat the underlying pain that's connected to a chronic pain condition, whether it's all three types that I just mentioned or any one of them, or combination, then the person begins to move in their treatment and they begin to recover. So it's an exciting discovery, and you can read more about it in my new book, Reversing Chronic Pain. But right now, I want to share some more information about how this works and how I can help you with your pain in just a few minutes of time. One of the things that somatic experiencing does so well is to help reset the nervous system in terms of how it carries pain in the mind-body system. Now that's quite a claim. How does a method help to reset the nervous system? This can happen because it works from the body level up. Many pain methods either work with the mind or the brain, for example, changing your thoughts or your negative beliefs about pain, or they work only with the body in terms of pharmacology or medications. And if that is the case, you're not able to get the full benefit of bringing your mind and body resources together. Somatic experiencing is one of those methods that brings mind, body, heart, and spirit together to resolve trauma. One of its strengths is to teach people how to find resources in their bodies. And many people in pain have disconnected from their bodies. It's understandable. Who wants to feel more pain if that's what happens when you check in with your body? This exercise that I'm about to teach you will help you check in with your body, tune into your body's wisdom in the form of resources that you may have disconnected from long ago. And it may be just a breath away to reconnect with them.